Hi everyone, so my baby's asleep so I just have to be careful. So welcome to my Empties episode. So I've gone through a lot of skincare and hair care which I actually threw away, and I wish I filmed before I threw away and gave an in-depth review of why I've really loved them. So I'm just going to get straight to it. We're going to start with face because that's the most amount of empties I have. So I'm going to start with Deviant Cleansing Concentrate. It is the Blue Tansy one. I've literally just got a tiny bit left, so that's why I'm including this in. This was a gifted one, but I've actually brought the product myself previously and some other ones from the brand, and I absolutely love this. I love Blue Tansy in skincare. I just find it really calming and relaxing, and my skin just loves it. I usually prefer it in the winter, but I don't mind it in the spring, to be fair, so it's kind of apt that it's coming to an end now. But as you can see, it's got a nice colour, and this one really glides on well. It takes off your makeup. It doesn't sting your eyes, because with some cleansing balms it can sting your eyes. With eye makeup I do use a cotton wool or a usable cotton pad to take off, say, mascara, but it doesn't hurt and it doesn't sting, so it's a really good product. I highly recommend. It would definitely be a repurchase for me, and once you put water on it, it emulsifies really well and it's just beautiful. It's like chef's kiss for me. And then we have the Curel Anti-Wrinkle Hydrating. This is an old empty. I've just kept it with my empty pile and forgot to throw this out, so I'm going to review it. It's actually so good. I found this, it says intensive care moisture, but even when it's warm I've used it and it's been really good and hydrating as part of sandwiching with other skincare products. It's really good in terms of it doesn't have a fragrance, so if you hate fragrance in skincare, this is a really good one. It reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and it's resilient apparently and moisturised. I say apparently because I've never really tested it for that. I tested it more for the moisture and to make sure the skin barrier was intact. I always feel like with whatever skin state my skin is going through, that my skin barrier needs to be in a very good place. So this is definitely one of them. I would highly recommend this product. I've actually really loved all the products that I've tried from Curel, so definitely. This is, let me see. This is the Balance Me Celiac Dark Spot Serum. I actually did an ad with this a few months ago, I think it was last year, and I used it and I really liked how it was. It was very gentle. I found that after birth my skin was a bit more sensitive, so Celiac is really good ingredient to help with any pigmentation and to also help with dark spots or pigmentation on your skin. It's such a gorgeous serum. It's really nice and easy to sandwich in between a hydrating serum and a cream. I feel like it's worked. There is some marks still there, but I've used another product since, but it's really helped in the lead up to that stronger product. And then obviously, like I said, I used this as part of an ad last year. I've really loved the Balance Me skincare products, that's why I did say yes to the ad. But after trying this as well for a few months and then seeing how great it was and then doing the ad, I've actually repurchased this as well because it just works. It's gentle as well, so I'd highly recommend this. As you probably guessed, like most of the stuff I would highly recommend. I haven't really tried or added anything into my routine that I don't like. I've been more conscious about what I add to my skincare routine and making sure it's in line with my skin state. So there's a lot more yeses in my skincare routine now than before, because I would go through skincare like anybody's business, trying to test it, review it, and some of it would give me some reaction and whatnot. So I just think now that I've changed my mindset towards skincare and making sure that I put appropriate skincare, hair care, beauty, whatever it is, in line with my current state, it's actually working so much better for me, and I've not had any products that I really don't like and I wouldn't repurchase. So next we have Indie Wild Vitamin C Serum. So this is a vitamin C complex with ashwagandha and turmeric. It's got ferulic acid, niacinamide, vitamin E and hyaluronic acid. So it's not just a vitamin C serum, it'll actually hydrate as well. I use this during the day and this is probably my third bottle. I've purchased this twice and I was gifted it once, so it was the last time I was gifted this from the brand. It was, I think, just when they first started, when they first put out the product, I tried this and I really loved it because it's got Ayurvedic properties like the ashwagandha and turmeric, and the brand itself is based around Ayurveda. So I think the formulations of Indie World and the products that I've tried so far are beautiful, and they really do work for a lot of skin types. I only know of one person that's not really been a fan of this because the vitamin C has been a bit too much for her, but most of the people that have absolutely loved it, and they've got really good results. It helps with pigmentation, so it really helps with discoloration as well, so just give you a nice even bright complexion. So it's definitely going to be like another repurchase when I need it. I've got another vitamin C in my skincare routine, so when I'm going towards the end of that, that's when I'll get this one. Then we have the Relida Skin Food Nourishing Cleansing Balm. As you can see, I'm a really big fan of cleansing balm. This is the one that I would take away with me when I go to my mom's or away for the day, or weekend or whatever. Again, it's really good at taking off makeup. There is a nice subtle smell, and it's like with most Relida products, it's the same kind of smell. It is so gorgeous, and it's again another cleansing balm that I think really works well with taking off makeup, the dirt, the SPF from the day. I even leave it on as a mask in the evening, so once I've washed my face once, taken off the grime, and then I do it again, so I do double cleanse with this, I leave it on as a mask when my skin is a bit tight. So say it's been really cold and windy and I've been out most of the time and I feel like I find tightness mainly around here, so I leave it on as a mask, and it's been really nice. So it's affordable, it's available in a lot of high street stores, I think Pan & Barrett, Boots, Superdrugs, so it's definitely something I would recommend picking up, and Relida's always a win for me. Now, onto hair care. I have had quite a few empties, so Bondi Sands, their curl shampoo and that, loved it. I've also have finished probably Empteenth, is that the word, Empteenth? But I've repurchased this one from Living Proof so many times. It's a curl conditioner for waves, curls and coils. So I have curly hair naturally. I've straightened it, obviously. It's just easier to maintain when I have straight hair with a baby. Well, with a toddler. It's so nice. I feel like my curls are curly and they last as well, and there's less frizz. But I have the whole range. I did throw away the others, but I left this. Again, I don't know why, but so I'm going to review it. So it is a 3-part routine. So you have the shampoo, the conditioner, and then you have the after you wash your hair and you come out the shower, and it really helps. I do sometimes add a mousse to make it a bit more crunchy, if that makes sense, and just like to have that bit extra hold. But even without this, if you want a bit softer, it works. If you do the curly hair method with this, it's a really good one. I don't know if this will be approved by the curly hair method authorities, but I think just go with what works for you, and this works for me, and I really do love this Living Proof one. Now onto body care and your underarms. So now it's coming up to warmer days, so you need to make sure that you're not smelly down there. And I've used this Act for years now. Years. These are 2 empties, as you can see. I am an ambassador. Is that an ambassador? You can get 15% off. You can get 15 or 20% off if you use, I'll put the code in the link, but you can get that if you want to try. And it is just so nice. They've got quite a few different scents. For me, I find it easy to put on, but let's address the elephant in the room in terms of applying this. I know some people have said that they find it hard to squeeze out of the tube and to apply it. One tip that will solve all of that and will make you want to go back to Act, because it just works. I actually don't know not one person that hasn't come back to me and said, oh, I don't really like it, in terms of it's not working because it's not, you know, working as a deodorant. It's only been the packaging that's been a bit of an issue. But if you put it under warm water and then you squeeze it and then you apply it, it glides on so well. They also have a metal applicator, which is nice, especially in the summer when it's hot and you're trying to apply it. This will always be warm and squeezable, but you can apply it and it's just nice and cooling under your underarms as well. but they also have like one of those things that you just squeeze a thing and then it can take out. So I would recommend getting the squeezer with it, like putting this under one more time and then squeezing it down, and then you'll get it. And it's just, honestly, I have recommended this to so many friends, so many family, and so many people have swapped to this and they just love it. Even my husband, who wasn't really fussed about what he used in underarms as long as it worked, and he's swapped to this for the last year and a half now, and we actually have one tube open between us and we just share it. I don't actually have to apply it directly, which I like, and it is shareable, so that when I take it, if anyone's forgotten it, I can be like, here, you can use my Act deodorant. So that's my Empties. And let me know in the comments if you've tried any of the products that I've said, what your thoughts and opinions are, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks.